Right.
All right.
Let's start. Thanks so much for having me today. I'm very excited to be at the webcamp in Stanford for the 2021. And today we will be talking about the anatomy of Git workflow and essential commands that you must memorize. My name is Anna Mikhailova, and I'm an Associate Director of Technology at Kalamuna. So let's begin. So let me tell a little bit about myself. I'm a Drupal 7 and 8 Acquia certified Grandmaster, nature enthusiast, and a dog lover. I have a dog named Simba, and my dog is named after the cat. So if you feel it in the chat, share if you have any pets or favorite animals. But enough about me. If you want to connect with me after the presentation, please feel free to ping me on Twitter with my handler at SunnyEnotic. And let's begin. I work at Kalamuna, which is a web agency that is fully distributed. We have two offices in Oakland, California, and in uh, Toronto, Ontario, in Canada, and we're currently hiring. So if you're looking for the next job adventure, please feel free to check our website at kalamuna.com for our job opportunities. So what we will cover today? We will cover types of Git workflows, so which workflow you would like to use for each type of scenario, so project your team might be working on. And we also will cover some useful commands to solve some common problems, but those commands may be a little bit more advanced than you found that you're getting started with Git workflow tutorial. So let's get rolling. So let's talk about Git workflows. And as you know, all Git repositories got some issues. So workflows, there are four workflows that are typically recognized. There is a centralized one, the feature branch one, Git Flow, and forking. Let's dive into all of them in details. So the centralized workflow was the one that is kind of evolved first post SVN age. It requires one central repository. All commits are done to the master or main branch. So right now there is a tendency in the web. We are renaming our branches from master to main. So I will be using those terms interchangeably throughout the presentation, but just check on the main branch or the branch where the production code will live. Every developer has their own local copy. So you clone the repository and you own your copy of the repository. Changes that you make locally to your files are not reflected in the centralized repository until you push them. And you can do anything you want there, start new branches, drop branches, merge, change files, and revert your changes without actually affecting the code your teammates might be working on. And in this workflow, there is no defined pull request or forking pattern. So everybody just kind of make changes to the code and commit them into the centralized repository one by one. So the pros of this is that it is easy to adopt and learn. So if you're coming from SVN world or for some reason you just started your web career or you just didn't have an experience with Git and it wasn't a requirement in your web development career, then that workflow is very easy to learn. It's very straightforward. You just clone the repository, make changes, push to the repository. The amount of branches is very minimal. It's just one in the canonical kind of version of centralized workflow, or there could be two, master and develop, or main and develop, and people just push everything to one branch. It is ideal for small teams of 2 or 3 people where pull requests could be overhead, and especially it is evident if you have something like 2 developers that are vastly different specialties. So one backend developer and one front-end developer. They can't effectively review each other's code if they don't have a necessary expertise because they are very focused on their fields of expertise of backend or front end. So there is no point to make a pull request because their areas of expertise will never overlap. So there would be less amount of the merge conflicts, and because there will be no merge conflicts, then that the workflow suits perfectly. In the situations when you have a bigger team and there could be possibly multiple developers that working in the same area of a project. So for example, you have multiple front ends and they're all pushing CSS, or multiple backends that are not working on specific designated features, but kind of building to the core of the project. The merge conflicts and resolution can present a bottleneck, especially if you are not aware of what your teammates are doing in a distributed session like that. It is very hard to see what people are doing, especially if they are working in different time zones, and you just see their code and you're not necessarily sure if you need to preserve your changes and their changes, and it may take some time to reconnect with them and define what is being pushed into the main branch. There is also no defined peer review, meaning that, again, knowledge share on the site is very limited, and other people don't necessarily know exactly every single part of the site just because they never been asked to review it. So it doesn't support team code quality building and approval process, and it also doesn't support the ability to create concurrency of knowledge in case somebody is sick or away or taking PTO. So the project freezes because there is less concurrency in the team. And there is also no ability to deploy just this feature. If you use this workflow, it means that, for example, the client asks you to push, let's say you build in a form and the client asks you to push just the form, but you also have noticed that a bunch of your teammates deployed a new banner feature in, and they also deployed a new events calendar. And the client asks you to only deploy the form, not events calendar or banners. It's very hard to isolate it and actually deploy just that feature in this workflow. So you'll have to either wait for the full approval or create some sort of a hot fix to deploy just the form. The next workflow evolved out of centralized workflow. It's a feature branching workflow. It's very easy to adopt from the centralized. So once you master the centralized, the feature branching is just the next evolutionary step. And a lot of teams of a medium size actually utilize this workflow since it's relatively easy to adopt, and it's very robust in terms of what it provides to the teams. So every feature is developed on its own branch. So in our example with the form, I, as a developer who is developing the form, will be creating a branch named under either the Jira issue or just name it a form and push all of my commits related to this functionality to that branch. Then I will create a pull request and assign it to against a develop branch or a main branch, and assign it to one of my peers to review. When the branch is reviewed, the peer will merge it into the main branch. The advantage of that is that I'm asking somebody else to review my code. On a bigger project, I may ask multiple people. I may even ask people from different teams to review my code, especially if I'm collaborating across agencies or across departments. And I'm getting a second opinion on my code. I'm improving my code quality. I also ensure that we are not pushing any broken code to production. So in this workflow, it helps organize code based on the feature. So meaning that I can actually deploy that separate feature because all of the commits associated to that feature are all bundled nicely together in that feature branch. Additional changes to that feature also can go to that feature branch. It promotes collaborations through the pull request. So I ensure my quality of the code, and I also allow other people to learn what I'm doing, so we're all in the know. And the main branch in this case typically should never have a broken code because the code has been reviewed by peers and tested prior to merging into the main branch or into the develop branch. The cons of it that PRs can be an overhead for small teams. As I mentioned before, that if you have a very, very small web team of 2 or 3 people, assigning PRs could be an overhead, especially if you have a lot on your plate. So taking time to review somebody else's code is quite a commitment, and that's why people may skip PR process and go to centralized workflow. It's Harder to learn if you have never used Git, then you need to learn and adapt new principles that might be a little bit foreign in the beginning. So smaller teams typically start on a centralized workflow. And you have to wait to deploy features if they have other dependencies. Since each feature goes to its own branch, let's say my new event calendar depends on the advanced date functionality that I installed. So advanced date functionality feature will have to be deployed first before my events calendar can be deployed. So that's a downside. If you push everything to the main branch, you will already have that advanced date dependency deployed to your main branch. The next step is Git Flow. Git Flow is a fantastic workflow that was built for bigger teams. For the teams that might be split into multiple sub-teams that working on the same project. It is release-driven workflow. What happens in there is everything is targeted towards a release. It defines strict branch model naming, so you will be restricted into the borders or boundaries of naming conventions. There will be only one release branch that will have that specific release, and when it's ready, it will be tagged into master branch or main branch, and it will be deployed to production. All of the development code goes into the develop branch that later on gets a pull request to the release branch when it is approved. But in addition of it, every single feature goes on its own branch and creates a pull request to develop. So it's quite a complicated workflow, and it sets specific purposes to everything. What it allows people to achieve as a pros is if you have multiple teams working on different releases. So for example, in Drupal, if some people are still working on Drupal 9 features, but we have already some teams and initiatives that working on Drupal 10. This Git Flow workflow allows us to continue pushing the Drupal 10 release forward while we're still working on Drupal 9. And all the other workflows, we wouldn't be able to do that because we would be all focused on one main branch. It is great for projects with defined release cycles, but it's not as great when you don't have those cycles. And it allows to share responsibilities. As I said, one team can be doing one thing for the release one, another team can be working on release two. It is definitely a huge overhead for smaller teams. And it's a steep learning curve because you have to agree on the convention and you have to follow this convention precisely, otherwise the Git Flow workflow isn't going to work. The last one is forking workflow, and it was created specifically for distributed organizations with multiple teams involved, and for open source projects just like Drupal. Like every developer in this workflow has their own server-side repository, meaning that I can fork any repository that is public and allows forking and start making changes to it and improve the functionality and do other changes that I feel like would be suitable or good for the project. And then I will push it to my copy of the repository. If I want to contribute it back to the original, I will create a pull request against the main original repository. And the maintainer with the maintainer permissions on that original repository will be able to review my commits and deploy it or not deploy it, reject or close my PR. So forking workflow is fantastic for huge teams where you may have, big corporations and you don't really know people on the other side of the wire who might be making changes. And you need one person to have responsibility for that. It is great for open source projects like Drupal because we don't necessarily know all of the people who are working together on issues, and that allows us to kind of push things together, and then a maintainer of a module or a maintainer of a core goes in, reviews the patches and merges them in as it comes for the release. And the cons, it usually works best for collaborators from multiple teams, but within your own organization is definitely too many restrictions for productive collaboration. Useful Git commands. So let's cover some of those. In our world where we're dealing with a lot of configuration changes and big changes to Composer JSON, Composer log when we're working with Drupal websites, Git diff is saving the world. And it's actually underrated. People think that Git diff is very simple. It can save you when you don't know what exactly changed. Have you ever had a situation where it was like, you stage a file and like, oh, wait a second, I'm not sure if I meant to do that, and I'm not sure what really changed in there, and now I cannot see it because git diff normal wouldn't give you the difference. So you can do git diff stage flag to show you the difference between the current main branch and a stage commit. And then git diff first branch and the second branch can show you the difference between two branches. Fantastic if you're doing merges or if you follow one of the most complicated Git Flow workflows. The next one is partial commits, invaluable when you work with Drupal configuration. Have you guys had a situation where you would, export configuration and you work just on one block, you just change the title of it, the placement of it, and then you export configuration and there are 50 files. And you're like, great. Which one do I commit, right? That you don't want to commit all of them. So in the worst scenario is you install the contrib module, and in addition to it, you see that core extension has changed. And because you're on your local, it also installed dblog or kint or devel or something like that. And you really don't want to commit that, but you want to commit your contrib modules that you installed and you want to push configuration up. So git add interactive or its child git add -p allows you to actually choose a partial piece of the commit in the single file, which is very, very good for this specific purposes. You can select to commit your contrib module edition and discard all of the other changes that might have been resulted of you being on your local versus production environment. See the history of specific files were also very important. Sometimes, you made some changes and you're not really sure if those changes in the specific files were yours, somebody's else, were they intentional or not. Some of the IDEs right now actually show the last commit messages right on the fly with the plugins. But if you don't have a fancy ID, git log dash follow and a file will show you the entire history of the file. Very helpful for debugging or checking what has been changed recently and why things stopped working. Another one is see a specific commit. Another invaluable one. If you don't know what specific commit changed your core version, or have you accidentally committed a contrib module version change or something like that, git show and the commit hash will allow you to see what exactly changed. You can use git log to see all of the hashes and then choose the ones that is the most appropriate. That's why the messages are very important in your commit messages because they are readable, human readable ways of telling you what the commit was about, and you can guess which hash you need. Show the alteration history. That one is a favorite one. If you don't know who broke stuff and you want to figure it out, use git blame and it will show you exactly how the file was altered through the time, and you can know who might have broken something unintentionally on your team, or maybe it was you, but you can actually revert it back and figure out what is broken. Helps with debugging. Remove tracked files. That is fantastic, especially if you have installed your Drupal website or any other site, of like a framework with Git, and you didn't set up Git ignore yet. You just pushed everything to the repository, and now you realize you committed settings local PHP or a files directory or something like that. And typically it's a pain to remove it, but if you run this series of commands, you can actually safely remove it while retain the copy on your local, update your git ignore file, push it to the remote repository, and you're set to go to have best practices to working with your Drupal website. The next one is remove files from PR. So you made a pull request and you suddenly realized that you committed a little bit more files that you wanted. It's not atomic, some extra files leaked out and you don't really know how to remove them now. Well, if you follow this series of commands that allows you to remove files from your pull request so that it is clean and atomic and it's easier for your teammates to review. Assume on safe changes is very useful when you work in with Pantheon or something like that, and you have an upstream. So if you consume the updates through the upstream, then you may want to do git checkout there to just assume all the changes and not manually resolve all of them pull requests. So for example, if you're updating core, then it is easy to do git checkout there and assume core changes. Hopefully you're not hacking core and you shouldn't have merge conflicts between your version of Drupal core and the version of the upstream. But in case something like that happens, this command is for you. There is other one is, for example, git checkout hours, useful if you know that all things that change is composer log and the only thing that changed there is a hash. So if hash has changed, you can safely assume hours. The other one is create patches. So if you're contributing to Drupal project and you're wishing to create a patch, that is a very nice command. And it just helps you to create a patch and immediately store it in a file. This command allows you to also make it in a format that is easy to apply with Composer, and you can be ready to commit it to the issue queue. So very nice command and is very helpful as well. Clean the folder. Have you had sometimes a situation where you check out everything and you git pull and says it still has some files that will be overwritten, and then you look into it and those are a bunch of untracked files that you don't intend to keep. And if you don't know this command, then you would go manually and delete the files, but you can also just do git clean files and directories, and that will delete those untracked files if you don't need them anymore. For example, you were testing a contrib module and you don't need it, it's not useful, and you didn't run composer remove. That's the way for you to clean it up, or there was something else, committed that you didn't really want to check out into the Git repository. Very useful command to clean up your history and the repository folder. And push with upstream. So that is useful if you're using this multiple branches or feature branches workflow. If you just git push to origin branch, that means that you will not track the upstream, so you won't be able to rebase. And then you will be using merge workflow. If you do a lot of merges, it creates this spaghetti kind of history, and that's not easy to read and understand. So the easiest one is to create a push with upstream, so you can rebase against your feature branch if you were to make any additional commits to it, or it's a work in progress. The next one is make the current commit initial one in the repository. So that happens if you started setting things up and you basically go in and you push multiple times because you're trying to set up CI and CI is breaking and git ignore didn't work out well. And finally, after 20 commits, you fix it all up. You don't necessarily need it in the beginning of the project, have this 20 test commits for everybody to consume. So to clean it up before you pass it to your teammates, you can just do those series of commands and it will make a clean initial commit. Very useful, looks professional, but be careful with it. Only do it if you are the only one, so like you're a technical lead or something like that, who is responsible for setting up the initial project. If somebody already, cloned the repository and pushing their commit, that may create a bad situation. So if you are the one who is setting up a brand new project, and this is a good series of commits that you can use. And that was it. Let's get into the chat and see if we have any questions. Yeah, I can. I will probably tweet the link to the slides.
Yeah, we will add to your page. Either you can, or if you can't, we will.
Oh yeah, all that.
To your on webcam, and we can link to it that way.
Yeah, I can definitely also upload it to my page. Any other questions?
I was excited by some of the clean commands, because I think what I've done in the past is I check out from master, I create a feature branch that maybe breaks Drupal, and now I don't want it anymore, and so I just want to check out from master again and kind of like start from where I was, get back to, pull in the old database or the previous database and just start again. And then what Git does, it'll be like, oh, you still have untracked files, and then I have to go on Google and I have to search for, okay, you know, how do I get rid of this branch? And then especially like if you make the mistake where you already are in the branch, then it won't let you. So then you have to try to, you know. So do you have any, is it the clean command, or what do you recommend for that situation? Because a lot of times I just want to try something. I'm never going to commit this thing, you know, I'm just trying like a cool feature, but we have a, you know, kind of a big development team, and I just want to kind of try some things, but I don't want to like have the whole world involved in this, you know, failure. I want to wait until it's really done. And I might need 3 feature branches before I have anything that I'm going to say, hey guys, look at this, right? So what do you recommend?
If you haven't those files, if you don't have those files tracked, then git clean fd is actually, that's a good one. So it will remove those files as if they have never existed. If you do have the files tracked, that you can always reset the head to master. So I would recommend, if you would completely get rid of your changes, you can just reset the head to master and then run git clean and remove all untracked files.
Okay. I'm going to stop recording other